want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever?
One life,
forever
one love,
and ever.
one soul.
I'm Brent Nally, and today my guest is Vladimir Trufanov. Say hi, Vladimir.
Hi, everyone.
Vladimir is joining us from Russia. I am in California, so we're doing this on Zoom. And Vladimir is an IT professional that builds websites. And Vladimir is also a longevity enthusiast like I am and like most of the audience watching is. And Vladimir has stepped up dramatically and created an amazing website called LEV Sciences. LEV stands for Longevity Escape Velocity, which if you don't know what that is, you should Google it. I would assume most longevity enthusiasts know what that term means. And Vladimir today is going to be demoing the website for you. It's really exciting. We already have Dr. Bill Andrews on board with this website, joined as a member. And we are also in the works with getting other very high profile longevity thought leaders to join this website and this community. So as I said, Vladimir is going to demo this for us in a moment, but just to let everybody know, I'm super excited about this website because this is what the longevity community needs. From interviewing many longevity experts in 2019, I've realized that many longevity experts have told me transparently that they're so busy and so focused on their own research that they can't keep up with what's going on with other scientific research because they're so busy. It's a common theme that I've heard. So I think that this website that Vladimir has created will be a great resource for scientists, longevity enthusiasts, anybody who's interested to go share lab equipment, share their research, and track it. So without further ado, I want to introduce Vladimir and have him demo this platform for you. Vladimir, take it away.
Thank you. Let's get into the demonstration. So the platform looks for unauthorized user with its basic functionality. You can go to resources, projects, workflow, members, and other sections of the screen. And mainly, platform will represent two basic features for our users. The first one is resources. The resources tab. You may offer your equipment, and you may request others' equipment on this section. So you go through the equipment, you pick the right one if you like it, and afterwards you will apply for it to its owner. The owner is represented here. If you go below, so you will go to the section lab reagents and chemicals. So there are chemicals and lab reagents which will be also available for you and for you to offer to other members of the platform. If you go even deeper, so you go to lab areas, so you can even share your lab area on the platform for other users and for other members to collaborate in this area with you. So there would be hours which will be available for visitors and some special conditions which they should follow to go into your lab. And there's also a section wanted. So if you couldn't find anything you need for your research on this offering tab, you go to the wanted section. And on the wanted section, you can create the request for anything you need within the same similar three categories. So it's equipment, lab reagents, or lab areas. So you need some special lab area, special space, clean space, or the space which is equipped by a special equipment, which is very expensive or not available for you. So you can ask the platform members to be presented in this area or just send some samples to the lab area. So they'll collect, prepare, or do any work with them. And there's another section for the platform is called projects. So here we actually represented most common aging reasons. So it's like telomere shortening and sarcopenia. So when you lose your muscle mass, and senescent cells, immune system aging, DNA mutations, mitochondrial mutation, oxidants and free radicals, intercellular extracellular garbage, stem cell depletion, and other goals and research. So under those chapters, you can create your own research, or you can see the research which is on the go. So if you go and you see, for example, we just created sample research for you to present how it's gonna look. So that's the demo for telomere shortening research, and it's gonna be plenty of them. So you go inside, and you can see some sections. So there are stages. You go on the first stage within those days, you go on that stage on those days. So that will be a very convenient representation of your research to others. And it will gonna help you to claim some equipment, because it's gonna be very transparent. What do you need that equipment for? What do you need that lab for? So it's gonna be more transparent to other members. If you go to the members tab, so you'll see all the participants of the platform. There will be different roles for every person. So let's consider some research. So you need a financial person who's gonna be a planner for your investments, or for somebody's investments who actually placed some revenue to the platform. And that should be, of course, IT professionals who's gonna prepare information, who's gonna prepare reports, who will make some integrations. Scientists, of course, that will be the biggest manpower of the research. Investors, business experts, and so on. So on this platform, as it grows, you will be able to find any person you need to collaborate, to team up with them, and afterwards to complete your research cheaply, fastly, and more collaboratively. Like you see, I wasn't logging now to the platform, so all the projects, resources, and member contacts are close to me. So I can review all these assets and do nothing about them. So to do a request for equipment I like, or to create your equipment, you need to log into the platform. That's what I'm gonna do right now. I sign in. And now it's gonna change. So first of all, the first difference is when you go to profile tab, it wasn't here before because it wasn't authorized. Now it's you authorized. On your profile tab is your main dashboard. So you can see the researchers, the researches, any other members invited you to. So there will be invitations for other researchers. You will have them here. Or somebody requested some of your equipment. You will see it here. All lab reagents, all lab areas. There will be notifications, and it will show you the demo now. Afterwards, if you go to resources, there's a difference. So now you can create your equipment. So you can offer your equipment to other members. For example, I have a circulator, so I already registered it beforehand. So I can add new or edit the current one. So I go there, fix its model, fix conditions. So the conditions under which I can offer that piece of equipment to other members. So for example, I'm very great fan of stem cell research. I'm such a fan of stem cell research that I can freely make a freely gift of the circulator to the stem cell research project. Otherwise, I can sell it. I don't want to lease it. And there are other options to trade it for something, for example, for DNA sequencer. And the same story goes on with the reagents and chemicals, and the same with lab areas. So for example, I have my lab area. I may introduce it to other members of the platform. So I just go and register my area, its address, the operating hours, and other conditions which are gonna suit me and will help others to cooperate with me. All right, so now, and projects as well. So here, being authorized in the platform, I can create my own project, which I'm gonna show a bit later on. All right, Brent, now I need you to help me with my scenario. So first of all, now I'm gonna, please log into the platform using your login.
Okay. It's for me, it just shows exit there. I don't see.
Oh yeah, then you logged in, all worked. All right, Brent, great. So you are an authorized person, and now the system knows who you are. First, go to Resources tab. and click on others assets. Yeah, so you're here. The crucial difference between my assets and others assets, my assets are assets I'm giving to others to the platform on the conditions mentioned here. If you go to others assets, you will see all the equipment, all the lab reagents, which all the members of the platform will offer to others. There's a search, you may use it on the right side because there's going to be a long list of everything. You may just search. Try to search some centrifuge, for example. Centrifuge, you can just, yeah, you may write just piece of the word, that's going to be enough. And click on search. And before you click on the equipment, click on the equipment because it's equipment. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So you was looking for centrifuge, you eventually found it, and you eventually can see that some Vladimir Trufanov owns it. So you may request this centrifuge for yourself, for your research. Make a request, please. Firstly, pick the research you are doing. So for me to understand what you're actually doing and why you are requesting my centrifuge. So yeah, just select the one. Afterwards, consider the options you may use to get it. So you may trade it, you may buy it, you may lease it, whatever conditions for you, you'll just press them here.
And then I'll send the request.
Great.
Request is sent.
Yeah, that's great. So you just sent me the request. Let me now to share my screen instead.
Okay.
And I'll show you on my side what just happened.
All right.
Okay. So I'm already authorized. I'm not going to pass through that stage. I'm going to my profile, for example. And here I can see some requests for my equipment. Wow. Some gentleman called Brent Nally asked for my centrifuge. Now
He's a pretty good looking guy there.
Yeah, he is, definitely. And you can actually check the guy. So you click on his name, it's gonna show his profile. So that's Brent Nally. He conducts just one research on the platform. So anyways, he completed University of Kentucky, and he looks like a professional. So I'll better give it to him. And that's the one section. You can see somebody's request for equipment, lab reagents, lab areas, or some research you was invited to. Otherwise, you can go to Resources tab. You go to Offering, My Assets. And here, below the centrifuge, or below any asset you registered before, you'll see the request from another gentleman in the same window. So we trying to create the platform as convenient as possible. So you will go to the essence of the things from every side of the platform. So let me respond. So yes, call me and let's agree on that. Agree. Sorry, I'm just Russian, so. So I'll respond it to you. And I just sent you my response. That's it. That's how the platform members are gonna change the equipment between each other. Some equipment will be used and sold. Some equipment will be traded for something. So that will be a marketplace for them to exchange all the resources are needed to their projects. So can you take a share screen on your side again? So I'll just stop it on my side and please make a demo. Okay, yeah, great, I can see it. Now we can go to your profile again. And your request is satisfied, so it's no longer here. So you go to Resources. You go to Resources. Press to the wanted. We will add this section here. And that's the request you sent before. So all your requests will be in the wanted tab.
And it says show responses right there.
Yes, and that's my response. So call me, I'll agree on that.
I'll accept that.
I'll accept, or for example, I offered you some inconvenient price or inconvenient conditions under which you does no longer have this request to me. So just press no and it's over. So you'll start this over when you're ready or when you agreed anything. Anyways, now you have my contacts here. You know my intentions. So you go to members tab, find me there, or you go to the response and click on my name and just press to view profile no, you go to members, please. Go to members and pick view profile here on the right side. Yeah. And you can see my email and phone and whatever contact information I left for the platform members. So you can contact me and negotiate, maybe negotiate conditions, maybe negotiate anything else. So here the platform played a basic role for communicate each other and to connect people with the intentions. So actually I will represent everything which is in my warehouse, which is left, which I never use, or some lab reagents I would never use. They are left from past research, but other researchers will need them. And instead of buying new ones, you'll just ask the person for maybe a free gift or for trade for anything you need to get it. All right, and that's how it works with the resources. And I will show you a brief demonstration of the projects tab. So I will demonstrate the screen now. Please give it back to me.
All right.
Okay. So the resources now hopefully clear, and we go to the projects. The projects here, like I said, there will be a lot of projects, and all those projects will be about aging, and all those projects will follow some of those goals, those big goals, which we allocated here, like telomere shortening, for example. There will be a lot of research from a lot of members of the platform, as we hope, as we grow. And for example, now I'm having some proof of concept or some new research, which I would need to try on the platform. So I will just start to register it here. And within this process, I will request some other resources, somebody's presence. And eventually I will consist it. All right, so we click to the new research, start the new research, and there are steps you need to follow through so to make it registered on the platform. If you don't have a time or intention to present all the details here, please just fill up a couple of fields here. That will be enough. You'll just save this as a draft. It will be already available to others. So for you to trade some equipment, all of areas, at least to tell a couple of words about what you are doing, that will be enough. And that will be represented, at least for them, to start this basic communication. So for example, I'm a scientist and I'm doing sarcopenia for now. And here is the research title. It's like title 1, description. There should be this description for the research. You may drop as much lines as you want. And there's the stages. Those stages you just mentioned in this Gantt diagram type. So you will present to others what you're gonna do, in which term, in which dates, so for them to understand when you need the equipment, for example, you're asking for, or some stages you would need their collaboration or their skills to help you out or take full participants in the research. So there's a stage 1. Let's call them randomly. And the description from desk stage, like that. There's a laboratory. So you can select the laboratory in your assets because I registered some lab on my side. So like you can see, if you go to offering my assets, I have already registered my lab here. If I have several labs, I may add some of those. And I will just select this lab for this research. Or I may pick some random place and write whatever I want. Some random place. That's it. I saved it. Now I go back, I go to sarcopenia, and here it is. This is the research. And if, Brent, you go now to the projects tab, even be non-authorized, you'll see the research and you will see the stage for the research. So all the stages will be here.
That's awesome. So this way, all the longevity scientists and researchers and just enthusiasts can participate and actually see what's going on. We can greater work together as a community with this platform.
Exactly, exactly. And our intention here, because we have resources to create a really big project of this platform. So what you can see now completely works, and this is the version 1. And there's a whole team stands behind me. So we will create big solution, the big platform for life scientists, for them to share resources, to plan and to meet with investors, to make more details so that researchers will be no longer black boxes, but they will be really transparent things. Of course, we consider that some researchers under some investment conditions don't have NDA stuff, to reveal everything to the general public. But there are many of researchers which are not under such a secrecy, so they will be represented here, at least in a couple of words, at least in a couple of stages. But for others to understand that what's going on, not after the research is finished, but within how it goes. And how it goes, others and others will collaborate on that, and people will help each other. So it's gonna be a community stuff. And by the way, let me show you one more feature here. So now I can see I just started the research. Now I changed my mind and wanted to fill up more details to the research. So I go back, click on continue, go to the next step. And Brent, I think I will invite you as a member because I know your competences are good and you are great scientists. You're a great business expert. So I will land you here. I just send you my invitation and I will invite another guy, for example, this guy. So now I invited the person to my research. I go back here and there are first team members, first team of my research. So they are invited. They not accepted my invitations yet. So let's go to their accounts and just accept those invitations. So now I build in the team. Okay, I go to my profile. Now I'm Maxim. So because I logged in this account, and I can see now the invitation for the research. So I'm Vladimir Trufanov. This gentleman just invited me to the research. And it's his profile. And he's doing very great stuff. And he can see now on his side what I'm actually creating. So I'm creating this research and with this stage. So why don't just take a part in it? So I will agree. I'll just go to my profile and accept this invitation. After I go back to my section, to my Vladimir Trufanov's account, under which I just created the research, and go back to the research, go to the next step. I can see that Maxim is already added to the research, so he's now a team member. And that's great. And another member, he just invited but not accepted my invitation yet. So Brent, you can go to your profile section and accept or decline my invitation, and your status here will be changed.
So I go to profile.
Yeah.
And accept.
And accept.
Okay, got it. I just did it.
Okay, you just did it. Let's check it out. Okay, great. You added to the research. So welcome to the team. And now I have IT professional and business expert. I don't know what we can do with this team, but that's a good for start.
We're going to do big things, Vladimir. We're going to do big things.
Yeah, maybe this platform. So the version 2. And maybe some scientists will help us. And afterwards, we go to the next step. So we created our team, and we can invite others to the team while we created all this research. And there's so equipment. So actually, for future, if we're gonna apply for funding here and some investors will join our team, those gentlemen will like to see what my team is, who they are, who is the group of those people, and what sort of equipment I can use in this research. So I could just present my equipment from my registered assets here on the platform, which will go to this research and in which dates I'm gonna use them. So like those dates. And same stuff goes with the lab reagents and chemicals. And the same goes with lab areas. So I would like to inform everyone that I'm gonna pass my research on the Singularity University lab, which is my lab and it's located there. So maybe everyone is welcome, maybe not, there will be conditions. And finally, I'm going to this libraries. Oh, it's asking me for dates. For dates for how long I'm gonna occupy this lab, because you can present your lab, but you can also request other one labs. So for example, this one, and I'm requested. So I may write down the request right from here. Right while I'm creating the research, I can request all the equipment from the platform, all the members of the platform to take a part in this research, to presenting that equipment. So without going to the resources tab and etc., while I'm passing through this process, I can conveniently do that right from here. And now we go to the next step, and that's it. There's a final word, so it's complete, it's ready. And just sending this to my moderator's approval. What is my actually moderator's approval? It's the future functionality. So when you finally completed your team and registered all the equipment you're gonna use in your research and you're gonna publish it, so you just send it to our moderators. After it was sent to moderators, the research goes to the pending approval state. And that means that our moderators, who will be very designated scientists on the platform, we can't reveal their names yet, but some of those already agreed to collaborate on that. They will review how adequate the research, who's the members of the team, and if everything is correct and everything is fully satisfied with their opinions, so it will appear here in progress. So all the platform members will eventually see the status of the research is in progress, and they will monitor on those stages, and those stages will be completed one after another or in parallel. It depends how you go, how you're going through your research. All right, so that's the functionality of the platform version number 1, and there's the section called workflow. On the workflow, you can see all the processes you can pass through and all the timelines. You will fill up those steps. So actually, it's for the evidence how everything works on the platform. There will be more and more business processes here, or research processes, we may call it like that. And by adding some new features, we will add some processes to them. So it will be very handy tool to understand how everything works, what steps follow after which ones, and etc. That's it. I think this is it. And by the way, if anyone would like to take a part with any of competences, whether you're scientist or moderator or IT professional, you're mostly welcome to write us to any of those emails. Just write to me or write to BrentNally. For the first 2 weeks, we register people by ourselves because we need to communicate and get a lot of feedback. And afterwards, we will release the platform to the general public. So there will be a registration form. You will just fill it up, couple of fields, and confirm the email link. And afterwards, you will be on the platform. So you will present your resources. You will ask anybody's resources and start this communication, and of course go to the projects. This is it.
It's awesome, Vladimir. Can you go back to the contact page, please? I want to show everybody, highlight the bottom, become immortal or die trying. And that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to end human aging. We're trying to live as long and healthy as possible. And we believe that scientists on this planet could work a lot better if they were working together. We could move this research along a lot faster. So, Vladimir, I think you've built a wonderful platform here to get this started and to improve the research. And I'm very grateful of that. I hope the audience is as well, too. I want to encourage the audience to like this video, share this video on their social media to get the word out so that more longevity enthusiasts can be aware of this. Comment in the video below to let us know what you think and what questions that you have as well. As Vladimir just mentioned, you can also email either one of us, but sometimes comments on YouTube can be really helpful, not only to drive the algorithms on YouTube so more people find this video, but also so that other folks can see what questions people have and they can read that as well. So, Vladimir, we really, really appreciate your time today on this demo and also for all of your hard work. Any other final things you want to say?
The only final thing here is let's move to the version 2. So we need your feedback, we need participants, and we need involvement. We are a non-profit, so we are doing this just by ourselves.
Well, thanks so much, Vladimir, and we will see everybody in the next video.
Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever?
One life,
Forever
one love,
and ever.
one soul.
Sounds